Now, you watching this video, there's probably so many things you do on your day-to-day life that is disrupting your testosterone without you realizing. You saw the title of this video. You might be living a healthy lifestyle. You might be sleeping okay. You might be sleeping 7-8 hours a night. Your diet might be alright. You know about protein. You know about carbs. You know about fats. But for some reason, you still don't have high testosterone. Even if you go to the gym, chances are if you watch the video, you either work out or you go to the gym and you think, okay, I must have high testosterone now, but you still don't feel the symptoms of high testosterone. Now, before I start the video, the last thing that I do talk about is the most crucial step, and that's the reason why you have low testosterone. So the first step is still important, but the second reason applies to many of you. Now, before we start the video, I'm 16 years old and here's my transformation from 14 to 16. I literally doubled my testosterone naturally, more muscle mass, more fat loss, more confidence, ambition, etc. This transformation is not unrealistic at all, and you could have the exact same thing. And I made a whole course on a step-by-step guide on how to boost your testosterone and achieve elite levels. So check out in the description below and I'll talk about it later. Now, number one is seed oils. And the reason why I say seed oils is because every single food you buy, somehow seed oils are hidden in there. That's the whole point of seed oils. If you knew how bad seed oils were for you and had the exact fucking label in the front of the packaging, you would say, oh no, this is bad for me. But what they do is it looks very appealing and it looks kind of healthy, and then after the long 50 fucking list of ingredients, you check there's rapeseed oil in there, sunflower oil, canola oil, and that shit is garbage for your testosterone. Now I'll tell you why. Seed oils are omega-6s, polyunsaturated fats, and polyunsaturated fats have a lot of oxidative stress. So oxidative stress does the opposite of producing testosterone. So testosterone is produced in the Leydig cells in your balls, right? And oxidative stress basically counteracts that. So it limits the amount of testosterone production and it increases the shit out of your inflammation. So every single food you eat, you might not realize, but they have seed oils inside unless you cook them yourself. So an action step for you right now is every time you go to your local supermarket, Sainsbury's, wherever the fuck you live, check the back. And most of them will have seed oils. So what do you do instead? You cook your own food. So instead of getting processed shit, like egg whites, for example. Egg whites are not even a real thing. Get eggs. Instead of getting processed frozen meat or pie, you cook the meat yourself. That's how it's meant to be. Because if you get the meat and you cook it yourself, then it's not going to have any seed oils inside. You can cook the oils with your liking. Another action step for you to do right now is omega-6s are bad for you seed oils. We all know this. And the one way to counteract that is eating omega-3s. Now, omega-3s and omega-6s are basically like the opposite thing, despite both being polyunsaturated fats. So what I want you to do is balance your omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. Your diet probably looks like omega-3, omega-6s all the way up here. We want it a bit more balanced. So you do cut out the omega-6s in your diet, but what else you could do is eat fatty fish. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel. All of this contains high amounts of omega-3. So I want you to eat fish one time per week. You could get it in the cans if you like, but I heard that it tastes like shit. So you could cook it yourself if you want, add some potatoes with it, vegetables, etc. So make sure you also eat fish to counteract the modern processed diet. Number two, and this is the main reason why you don't have high testosterone, despite the fact that your diet might be okay, you might be eating fish, your diet may not be too processed, you might be going to the gym, but the main reason why you're still stuck on average testosterone is because you don't live like a man who's meant to have high testosterone. A hormone is a response to something. You don't just magically get hormones when you sleep well and your fucking diet is good. Testosterone is actually very taxing on the body. It competes with the immune system. It competes with survival. So your body's either prioritizing survival or reproduction. And reproduction is the secondary thing it has to worry about. The first thing is survival. So what people don't understand is if you don't give your body responses, then you're just not going to have high testosterone. So for example, you gotta understand the response to every single hormone. Cortisol, which is the stress hormone, it responds to stress, the anticipation of danger. So if I see a lion about to attack me, my cortisol will skyrocket because that's my anticipation fear hormone that helps me survive. With estrogen, is anything involving with emotions. So let's say you had a heartbreak or you're pissed off at something, you're bottling your emotions, your estrogen will go up because it's trying to protect you. Your estrogen tries to protect your emotions and your heart. So that's why women have extremely high amounts of estrogen. So if you do bottle up your emotions, your estrogen will go up. And with testosterone, it's anticipation of competition or a status threat. So for example, if I see a group of people fighting, it's like a competition or boxing or whatever, and I'm going to do it myself and there's a lot of people watching, my testosterone will skyrocket. And not because I might win, even though you might win, it's basically preparing you to fight that off. So it's like if I fight in this competition and I win, I'll get a status boost and everyone will look at me and I'll be happy. That's what testosterone helps you with. It helps you fight off other competitors because testosterone is biologically designed to help us pass on our genes. And to help us pass on our genes, we have to compete for resources. And competing for resources is very difficult. You have to be confident as fuck. You have to be strong. And that's what testosterone gives you. So some action steps for you to do right now watching this video. You might think, oh, we don't live fucking 2,000 years ago. I don't want to go hunt lions. And yes, you don't have to do that. But what you do have to do is live like a hunter and conqueror in a similar way. So instead of hunting a fucking boar, you could maybe go out into the park and there's some, like, let's say people are wrestling or something or doing a pull-up competition. You go do it yourself. Anything that literally puts your status on the line. The biggest recorded testosterone increase was 700% during a fucking chess game. It's a mental game. You don't even involve anything physical. But since the stakes are so high, their testosterone went so high. It's skyrocketed because their status is on the line. So do anything that puts your status on the line. The complete opposite of this is lying down at home on Netflix watching a show. No one's there. There's nothing to be social about. And there's no threat. That is the worst thing you could do for your testosterone. So make sure you do leave your house. Make sure you do compete. And the last thing I want you to do is talk to attractive women. And I know it sounds hard because it's like getting out of your fucking comfort zone. You're so used to staying at home, maybe going to the gym, but you can't look at even a girl in the eye. Literally, the whole reason why testosterone was given to us, like I said, is to pass on our genes. So when you talk to attractive women or have sex, their testosterone goes up. Because that's literally the whole reason why it's been given to you. So when you talk to attractive women, you may realize, fuck, I'm feeling more motivated than usual. Why is this? I'm feeling different. I'm feeling more confident. And maybe you're talking to an attractive girl and your voice suddenly gets deeper. It doesn't literally get deeper. You make it so it's deeper because it's a form of competition. So when you talk to attractive women, have sex, etc., your testosterone will go up and you'll see more symptoms of high testosterone. Now, this is exactly the system that took me from looking like this, fat, fucking low ambition, low motivation. I was anxious all the time. And when I say anxious, I would be scared to even, in secondary school when every single class you'll have a partner. I was even scared to talk to my own fucking partner for whatever reason. I'll panic at the most little stuff. And fast forward now, I truly don't give a fuck. Confidence has skyrocketed. You might think, oh, this is just genetics. He just has high T genetics. That's not how it works. Your lifestyle matters way more than you think. And on my testosterone course, I go through the exact step-by-step guide on how to achieve elite levels of testosterone. I'm not talking about 500-600 nanograms. I'm talking about 900 nanograms plus. And that's what leads you to have a better masculine life. So go check it out. See you in the next video. Bye.